Hello and welcome to Indo Global Entrepreneurship Forum 2023 organized by Business Connect magazine. And today we have with us our special guest, Mr. Siddharth and Mr. Ankit. Okay, so firstly, I would like you both to share a few lines about your organization and its overall service portfolio, because I believe our audience is very much into knowing you both and your organization as well. So please continue from here.
So we are like a chartered accountancy firm. We were set up back in the year 2008. Today we have over 250 people who are working for us, and we have a client portfolio of 750 clients. Uh, we diversify in various sectors, whether you call about the Indian taxation, whether you talk about international taxation, which includes US, Canada, UK, Australia, Singapore. We are doing audit for companies which are listed in India as well as US and Canada. And we are like a full service accountancy firm.
And Mr.
Uh, So to add what Siddharth said, it has been a great journey working together from last 14 years to build up this practice, and our vision is to make this firm much growing. Our target is to make it a 500 people organization in next 3 years.
That's great to know, Mr. Siddharth and Mr. Ankit. And now, I guess coming to the theme of this forum, I would like you both to share, your insights into, like, what's the, what do you think that 5G launch in India, in Indian diaspora, would create a difference to our organization and as well as the whole business community? Do you believe that it's gonna, pave the path for Indian economy to become, 5 trillion economy soon? So, what are your thoughts into that?
Sure. I strongly believe that 5G will help to expedite the growth rate of India, because the communication, the faster communication will help to progress the organization. Because what does the business needs to grow? A strong infra, a strong communication, clean environment, political policies. So if the communication path is being taken care of, look at from 4G to 5G. Now people can be much more well connected. A lot of work can be done online. If you look at the shared services model, where India is already a biggest shared services, companies like Deloitte have just announced they from 20,000 employees, they plan to make 125,000 employees in the next 3 years in India. How will they do there? They need a very strong communication within their offices along with their clients. So 5G will continue. Look at the medical field. So for those kind of things, now everybody has to move from rural tier 2 to tier 3 cities to metros. That would not be required. Your work from home model is working so great, and it is because of the technology usage. So I strongly recommend that government should continue to invest in the communication side of the business, which will definitely help in all the forums required.
Agree. And Mr. Siddharth?
There was a time prior to COVID when people used to say, let's have a meeting on Zoom, and people used to laugh on each other. So I can easily recall the way connectivity has evolved, especially after COVID. We have seen, it's like today nobody wants to travel unless it is like a business urgency or criticality. All the meetings are happening over the Zoom itself. So that's exactly what connectivity has done. I still remember when I was a youngster. Whosoever wanted to work used to say, let's go to Delhi, Mumbai, Calcutta, and Madras, Chennai. So now when you see the evolving scenario or the market, we say that people who are in the rural places, people who are in the tier 2 cities, tier 3 cities, they can very well work for companies like Jio, they can work for companies like Airtel and all these places, the concept of work from home. So this is what exactly communication or technology or 4G or 5G has done. I'm sure with 5G coming around with the way it is coming, I'm sure it's going to definitely add or bring about a lot of changes in the field, and I'm sure the results would be there over the next 2-3 years.
Very insightful answers from both the business leaders, and truly, but due to time constraint, I won't be able to ask more questions. So from here, my friend Karishma would take over. So please, Karishma, go ahead.
So, what is your expectations and experience for from this forum?
First of all, I thank you to invite me and Siddharth for this event. It is a great environment here, and my insight is to meet more and more people around coming and looking at their different views, because when I meet people here, you have people from business world, you have a lot of people from the government side as well, and that gap has to be filled up. And when you meet both sides of people in the same forum, you understand and get the insights and inputs how to bridge that gap, because business community would have their own demands, and the government would have their own restrictions, and that gap, I'm sure I'm going to learn more about that. So that's my takeaway from this event is.
Bringing together people from different spheres of life, whether it is the government department, whether it is like all the different corporates, people from finance and all those things, bringing them under the same roof, making them talk about their expectations from the budget, from each other, and making sure that somewhere or the other they're able to talk to each other, bridge all the differences, is something that we expect out of this conference.
So, any feedback for this forum?
Not, I think the event has just started. There's nothing to give a feedback. I'm sure it's a great show, and we all are enjoying here. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling us. That's all I want to say. Yeah.
Thank you so much for being a part of this event.
And we had, such a lovely conversation with both of you, and it was very insightful to know your thoughts on different topics. And we hope to see you again in our next gathering soon. So, all the best for future endeavors.